I can say one thing for sure, that in my political career till now, and I would think in a lot of other senior leaders who have been in politics, I don't think we have ever seen so much of desperation from an opposition party. And the desperation level has gone to the point where personal attacks are being made, angry words are being used, which we really don't expect from senior people and people at that stature. So it's quite sad, I should say, to see the kind of extreme sense of desperation that is prevailing right now in the leadership in the Congress in the state. A few days back, there were some MLAs from the Congress who had called me, almost apologizing and saying that we are quite ashamed to see the kind of language being used by their leadership and the behavior that is there. So that speaks a lot about how things are within the Congress itself. It just seems that their focus is not about development of the people and the issues of the people, but their focus is more on toppling and more on how they will come back to power. So it's not really healthy for the system. I think we should focus on the issues. We should have constructive discussion. There are challenges we face as a government. We are not here to say that we know or we have all the answers to everything. We never can. Situations are very complicated and it requires everybody to work together. So as a Chief Minister, I would like to urge the opposition, urge the political leaders, and urge society as a whole that we must rise above all these kind of political games. The comments of the LO are just sounding so desperate in nature that he's using any kind of possible language and words and situations that are coming to his mind and giving out statements that are in that line. I don't have to remind you, or I don't have to remind the public of what happened when he was in government. I don't have to remind you of the days and days and days of Band that took place during his time. I don't have to remind you of the number of innocent lives that were lost, hundreds of people injured during his time. So I don't have to go into that. If I want, I can also start going into this blame game and this entire comparison of what used to happen. You all remember it, and people of the state remember it. So it is not healthy for a person at his level to come out with immature statements simply because he's frustrated at this point in time. But at some point in time, one must also have the commitment towards the people and the cases and the issues that are ahead of us and face those and work together. So therefore, this is my appeal to everybody, especially the opposition, that let's not get into all this kind of petty political comments, and let's get serious about working for our people and finding ways to resolve the issues that are there in front of us.